This is the men's room.
Forget it, man, and get with the countdown. Shake this square world and blast off for Kicksville. The Grippers, the Grasshoppers, the Hip Ones, all gathered in secrecy and flying high as a kite.
You're listening to the men's room with Miles and Thrill.
Racial consultants are standing by. We'll take caller 9-844-999-OLA, and you'll play Profile This in minutes. And we do have your headlines on the way 1 hour from now. First, quick check-in to Mike Hawk for some of the stories and headlines he is not working on.
All right, a new report has found the states where people are the worst about texting and driving.
California.
Any other guesses?
I'm going to guess Florida, Jersey,
I'm trying to think
Maryland.
where people are in their car.
Yeah.
Like, where do you got to commute? Virginia for sure.
Yeah, I mean, that would make sense. New York, New Jersey, Maryland.
I'm about to blow all your minds. Mississippi, Louisiana, and Alabama.
Oh,
damn.
Okay, we're wrong.
My guess is just because there is nothing to look at while you're driving, so you're bored enough to text.
Maybe.
At least are Vermont, Oregon, and Hawaii. Target is adding curbside pickup at stores in Florida and Texas, so you can order stuff online and then pick it up without even going inside.
I ran by an Amazon store the other day. It was crazy. It was, you just pull up, the cars were there, and then the guys were just loading up the cars with all their groceries.
Weird.
It was weird. I was like, wow, that's weird.
I will say, though, I went to a grocery store and saw people lined up in a huge line. It seemed like it was taking a while to, like, pick up their pre-ordered groceries.
Oh.
Like, it might have been quicker just to go through the store.
Yeah, could be.
Plus, I like the grocery store, so I'm going to defend this stuff, man.
Well, fair enough. But
Yeah. I don't know. It's just like, how lazy are we getting?
Oh, there's
Very.
no death to our laziness.
Yeah, for me, it's more just about what can I get on my scooter.
The burglar in Georgia who tried to hide his identity by putting a piece of clear plastic over his face has been arrested.
I am
that did not
stunned.
work.
They probably positively ID'd him despite his mask.
His name was Joe Fiji.
A 23-year-old man in the UK claims the painkiller Lyrica turned him gay.
Oh, man.
Yeah. So I don't take Lyrica.
That makes the pain go away, though.
He said
Opiates are powerful.
he says he's totally cool with it too. My guess is
You know what this
what's your
is.
guess there, Mike?
Wait a minute.
You can already figure this out. Like, look, he wants to come out.
That's
There's no way his
exactly what it
family
Oh,
is.
blame it on the drug.
Right. Because his family, look, if your family's not going to be cool with you coming out, there's also a very good chance they're dumb
Hopefully
enough to believe it.
hopefully
right?
they are.
That's what I mean.
If
Like,
he hadn't
oh,
have taken,
no.
if he hadn't have taken that drug, he wouldn't be funny. You know what I mean? Right now, he's funny. He's on the funny side.
they're scared to death when the doctor prescribes painkillers. No,
oh, he's taking that.
my son took that and now he's gay.
Yeah, now he is. That's it.
But I'm totally cool with it. A man in New York was
I'm enjoying
arrested.
it, actually.
A man in New York was arrested after trying to rob a store while armed with a glue gun.
How well did that go for him?
I have no idea. I'm not working on it.
Yeah, you know, we can guess how that ended.
It was probably a sticky situation.
Hair.
Damn it.
Look out.
It would sting for a minute, though.
Yeah, I heard he got stuck in the store.
He's full of them. Look out.
0 horsepower.
Got glue jokes.
New jokes for days.
Damn it, Elmer. An 18-year-old kid in Texas just took his mother to prom because she had him when she was 17 and missed hers.
That's
cool.
And you're weird.
Thank you. Another kid in Pennsylvania
I
just
mean, I'm
did
sorry
it too.
you missed your prom, man, but like, I'm not taking my mother to prom.
You know how you missed your
No.
prom? Because you were having sex.
That's right.
Guess what he'll be doing?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
What do you like at the work at a...
Yeah.
Yeah, you know why you're taking her? Because she was having sex.
That's
but she
right.
should have been at prom.
Evil.
He's still the weird kid that took his mom to prom. I mean, it's all heartfelt and nice, but it's like, dude, you took your mother to prom.
That
I
means not
gotta be
weird.
honest. The thing about these stories that blow me away is like I'm a mama's boy. I love my mom. I love my family. Mm-hmm. But when you're that age as a teenager, like you don't want to hang out with your mom and dad that
I
much.
can't imagine going to the prom with my daughter. I would just feel like, man, I love
Speak
my
for
daughter.
yourself,
She's a
kid.
great person, but no.
I'm just saying, to me, it took like my early 20s to be like, oh, wait, like I can hang out with my mom or dad again. Instead of just being an a-hole teenager.
You don't want to take her to prom?
No.
A girl in Georgia who wants to be a funeral director drove to her prom on Saturday in a hearse and showed up lying in a casket.
Sweet.
She's a barrel of fun.
Quite the entrance.
I want to know who that person is. She has got to be just the darkest person out there. She is in high school and she wants to be a funeral director.
Yeah.
She also needs a lot of attention.
How many ghosts does she see throughout her childhood?
I mean, maybe I
None,
don't know.
but she wishes she did.
right?
Yeah, exactly.
She's got a Ouija board.
She was the one that moved the Ouija board.
yeah, made everybody go, oh my God, it spelled out Tony.
Tim Burton is her favorite director.
Right? She's seen
just
Edward Scissorhands like
1,000 times. Right.
Her hair is black.
It's not really, but
The new trend at music festivals this year is to go topless with just flowers covering your nipples.
I've been doing that for years.
I'll do that. I'm in.
That's how I go to Taco Bell.
I'm in.
And that's, I don't know that one's really that new.
I'll do that.
Right.
It's not, dude.
No.
I mean, come on.
They're called pasties.
It's a trend, Ted. It's making headlines. It's trend.
Somebody just noticed, huh?
That's right.
Yeah, exactly.
Look at all these topless people at these festivals.
Yeah.
The American Lung Association just put out its annual State of the Air report. And 8 of the 10 smoggiest cities in the U.S. are in which state?
California.
California.
Are they really? Yeah, okay.
What do you know?
No, where everybody drives. I mean,
Yeah, it's a driving culture. It's smoggy.
This one just says, can dogs really sense earthquakes before they happen?
I would think so.
According to a new study, no, probably not.
Oh.
really?
Nope.
I would think most animals have some kind of superpower.
Well, I mean, they can hear better than us,
Yeah, they
smell,
know
whatever.
everything. They seem
I think they just feel them before we do.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's what I'm saying.
right. Their senses are better.
Right. They don't predict them. They just feel
Well,
them.
their sight sucks.
A website called HowMuch.net posted a map that shows the richest person of all time from all 50 states.
Oh, boy.
Hooray.
Is it old? I guess there's a combination of new school and old school money then. Like the Rockefellers will be there. The Bill Gates will be there. You know?
Yeah.
The energy baron type
I'm
people,
guessing
the
mostly energy
T-Bone
people.
Pickens or whatever of the world. And
A new study found the average American starts swearing by 10:54 each morning.
Then I guess you get up at 10:52.
And we experience 1,205 stressful events a year. Money is the number one thing that stresses us out, and the top way we deal with stress is by listening to music.
First word out of my mouth every morning generally is an F-bomb.
That's kind of what I was wondering.
You know, I mean, and look, not if the kids wake you up, but like this morning, I woke up, I looked at the clock. It was the time where I had to get out of bed. So I just kind of mumbled F under my breath.
Authorities in Pennsylvania found a ton of explosives missing from a work site.
Any follow-up to that?
yeah.
I don't know. I'm working on it later on.
Oh.
Might have a different story.
Okay.
later.
I'm kind of wondering what kind of work site it was. Why'd they have all these explosions?
I'll tell you all about it 1 hour
Explosives?
from now.
Thank you, Mike Hawk. Headlines are on the way 1 hour from now. First, the game is...
The Men's Room presents Profile
Hey,
This.
Steve Throwhill, can you
What?
please tell everyone how Profile This is played?
I sure can, Miles. It's a simple game where we share with you a real-life news story, something that happened right here on planet Earth. Earth. And as you listen to the story, based on the stereotypes you believe to be true of people and the decisions that people make, we'll ask you what it is you think makes the story a story. Hello, Tiffany. Welcome to the Men's Room.
Hola.
Hola. All right, Tiffany, you understand how this here game is played?
Yes.
Fantastic. Here is your story. And there's not a lot of clues, I admit this, but the story is weird. A 20-year-old man in Santa Ana, California. He breaks into a house. He steals a few cell phones and a PlayStation. And all that must have really tired this poor guy out, because when he went upstairs into the master bedroom, he decided to jump into the bed with the couple who owns the house. So he hopped into bed, curled up at their feet like a dog, went to sleep. About 8 o'clock that morning, the man woke up, felt something touching his leg. He looked down and saw this guy, chased him out of the house. He called the cops. They tracked him down with the stuff that he stole, and they arrested him. Do you believe that this odd guy who breaks in your house and then cuddles up in bed with
Jesus Christ, this is so freaking weird.
It's
man.
just bizarre.
I mean, it's just
Is
disturbing.
black, white, Mexican, or Asian?
This is disturbing.
I think white.
So he broke in. Did he?
He stole some cell phones and a PlayStation downstairs.
he
Works
throw
his
it, like,
way
in a bag?
upstairs. I don't know. He works his way upstairs. Master bedroom, there's the couple sleeping. Instead of running out of the house, because keep in mind, they're dead asleep. He'd have gotten away, but instead, he climbs in bed with them at their feet, curls up, and goes to sleep.
Curls up like a dog and takes a nap.
Yeah, at the foot of the bed.
And then when they wake up,
The dude chases him out of the house.
all right.
So the homeowner wakes up, there's something brushing him. It's this guy. You know, so he freaks out. The guy freaks out, chases him out of the house, calls the cops, and they find him a little while later.
It's pretty impressive too. It must have been a decent sized bed.
A deep sleep. That's what I mean. Like, that bed sleeps comfortably, man.
God, that is super creepy.
I'm just going to guess Mexican.
It is creepy. I'm
I
sorry.
mean, you're right. There's absolutely nothing going on there.
Yeah,
which would lead me to believe it's not like meth or crack.
He's just tired. He's just really
he's tired.
Yeah, he's been
Yeah,
up
but what if
all
you're
night.
coming down? What if you're coming down from your meth high, all right? Because he stole cell phones and the PlayStation. This stuff's easy to fence, right? So that you can get the money to re-up. I mean, I don't know. See, I'm just assuming this guy's on meth or crack or something where you're awake for a long time, but he's at the tail end of it.
So I figured he's just smoking weed. Because he's just tired.
But are you stealing phones and PlayStation on weed?
Well, what do you
Like-
play with when you're stoned?
Myself, mostly.
Sometimes.
But I'm saying video games, or you mess around with your cell phone?
I just feel like weed doesn't lead people to steal. I feel like the stuff he was stealing is to get money.
I think this guy
And then
is.
the money-
I think he works all day, and he has. He still needs some more money, so he's up all night. Fell asleep. He's just tired.
But he also
That's what
consciously thought, like, I could just sleep here. Nobody will mind.
Yeah, to curl up in a bed. Why
That's
not?
why I think he is on something. Because you're looking at the people who own the home that you've robbed, and instead of going, "Oh, I just got away with this," you climb into bed with them,
And
go
they
to
didn't
sleep.
wake up.
No, they did not
And
wake
they
up.
didn't wake up until 8
normal
o'clock
time,
the
yeah.
next morning.
Right.
And know that he was at the foot of their bed sleeping there the entire time. I'm sorry. That is amazing. I wish I could sleep that well.
I think it's a stoned white guy.
All right, Tiffany, what are you thinking?
I think white.
Final answer.
Final.
We'll find out if he was black, white, Mexican, or Asian next.
That was a tease.
You are listening to the Men's Room Radio Network.
Hola, bichola. You have entered the men's room.
Way to California for Profile This in a burglar in Santa Ana who breaks into a home.
Yeah.
Gets some cell phones, gets a PlayStation, gets his loot, but last minute gets a little tired. So he decides to go up into the bedroom where the couple is sleeping, crawl into bed at the foot of the bed, and sleep there successfully for the rest of the night.
That's correct. Until 8 a.m., the homeowner wakes up, chases the guy out of the house. The cops find him a little while later. But, Tiffany, we asked you, did you believe that the intruder was black, white, Mexican, or Asian? And you started with white. You stuck with white.
Oh!
Mexi.
Boom!
Uh-huh.
All right.
Be proud, Miles.
Sound sleeper. I knew it. I slept with a few Mexican men in my day. They didn't snore or nothing. So I knew that.
You didn't tell us you had a leg up on that. Yeah.
Now for all TV news all the time. Time for TV Time with Ted.
And now, because your pathetic life is confined to countless hours in front of a talking box,
Armageddon.
the Men's Room presents TV Time with Ted.
Oftentimes Saturday Night Live will announce some of the future guests they'll have.
Mm-hmm.
Amy Schumer is one of those people. She'll be hosting here in a couple weeks or whatever. So she's been doing some rounds. She's got another movie coming out. So she was on with Ellen. And Ellen had her playing a game where she had to tell some secrets about herself. And it's kind of funny because Amy's mom was in the audience.
Finish the sentence. I feel pretty when.
I'm nude.
Craziest place you've had sex.
My
My spouse gives the best. I just have to tell everyone, her mom is in the audience listening
Oh,
to
that's
all
right.
of these. Your mom is just. Did you forget?
I did forget. Can I take this stuff about the butt and everything back?
No.
No?
No. I think she's heard worse.
All right. So the joke about the buttocks, that comes from an old old mistake somebody played on the
Newlywed Game.
It was
Yeah.
Newlywed Game?
Yeah.
Yes, it was. The question
right.
was...
What's the craziest place you made whoopee?
No, it was... what? Oh, no, you're right. You're right. Yeah. That
So
was
the video I put up the video that got put up today on the Men's Room Facebook page is the original one. So you'll see the original host, the Newlywed Game, and you'll see the lady when she answers it. And you're right. That was the question. Like, I don't remember if it was whatever. Where's the strangest place? And then he has to say, I meant location. Like, what location?
Not where.
The
Not
beauty
where.
of,
I'd
but that
have
was
to
always
say-
the thing with the Newlywed Game. So you'd ask a question, and it would be double entendre, but whoever answered the question first kind of set the scene, right? So I remember they asked, "What does your husband not like on his wiener?" The crowd giggles, right? But the first woman says, like, mustard. So it has been established that next one, onions, the next woman's ketchup, and they go to the fourth woman, and she's like, and she's dead serious, like, been gay.
Yeah.
It's like, dear God, man. Dear God. And of course, that's always the guy who's most disappointed when they bring him out. What did your wife say?
Most people would answer that.
You guys could do all right on that game?
No.
All right. You think you could beat one of you could beat each other?
I think if it was about me and him, we could do it. I don't think it was about me and our spouses. No.
Yeah, I do better.
I mean, seriously. I mean, like, what? I mean, that's serious. We spend more time together.
Yeah.
I think dogs, too.
I mean, waking hours. Anyway.
What do you mean?
Well, I think for a lot of people, the dog could probably answer the real questions. If this is based on the theory that dogs can talk.
I would not want my dog. You know what I mean? Your pets drop the dime on everything. He scratches his testicles every morning and smells his fingers. You know what I mean? Like, they see it all.
That's not normal.
I didn't say whether it's normal or not. I'm just saying your pet would open it up.
You still spend more time waking hours with whoever you work with than you do your dog, unless you take your dog to work.
So if you work at Amazon, you spend more time with your dog.
God
but
almighty.
There's stuff you'll do in front of a spouse or a dog you would never do in front of a coworker.
Well, sure.
Yeah, I'm not going to masturbate
and vice
in front
versa.
of a coworker.
Oh, I would. I'd do that.
You'd masturbate in front of a coworker?
Sure.
I go in the privacy room like I did earlier.
I would go in there, but I'd leave the door open.
Okay.
And say, what are you looking at? It's the privacy room.
Get a dude to have some privacy. I hate to be the bearer of bad news.
Oh, no.
But we've got more bad news.
Okay.
This is for our wrestling fans out there. Wrestling legend Bruno Sammartino.
Yeah.
He has passed away.
Yep.
I did not know that he was still alive.
Yeah, he died at the age of 82. I guess he had been in the hospital for a couple months. He'd been a little under the weather there. Kind of an interesting guy, though. Bruno and his family immigrated from Italy to Pittsburgh in 1950.
Where no one noticed.
Right. After spending World War II on the run from Nazis in a remote mountaintop area. So basically, he becomes a huge wrestling star in the 60s, right? He doesn't retire until 1981. But I didn't know wrestling let somebody hold the title for this long. But he held the title first from 1963 to 1971.
Dude, he was the man.
I remember him.
And then
He was the
1973 to 1977 again. Yeah, they said he sold out Madison Square Garden, MSG, almost 200 times.
Damn.
He was the guy. And when he wrestled, it was not that there's not a lot of preparation and a lot of talent that goes into what's going on now.
Blood.
There was more real wrestling involved in the original footprint of wrestling. Not that the acrobatics of it, the brutality on your body wasn't the same, but there was more, like, you were taking some shots. Not that you don't now, but it was a different style, I guess.
Well, I think it's anything. I mean, it was like NFL football.
It was evolving.
Like,
you know what I mean?
You volunteered to do what you were doing. It was scripted, but like if the guy kicked you, not so much with the toe, but if it's at the bottom of the shoe, like if they split your forehead, they split your forehead. That's just what they did.
A chair was
like
a chair.
Anything.
They didn't have a special chair.
But I mean, you got wise to it and said, "God, we have to stop doing this. There's got to be," because Bruno was one of those guys. He'd cut himself. Somebody took a blow to the face, like he's bleeding all over the place. And it's not because you necessarily beat him, but he had his little razors and all this, and it was epic and it was awesome. And I thought it was great as a kid. But like anything, they said, maybe
they still
we
do
need
that
to dial
stuff.
it back.
I think they just don't do it as often.
It's not, dude.
No.
Every fight was a bloody.
George
brawl.
the Animal Steel would come in and he would take a bite out of the turnbuckle before he would fight Bruno Sammartino, and he would spit and chew on foam, and those guys would get pissed because, like, you're in a ring in Wheeling, West Virginia, like that's the ring they use for boxing. It's a sanctioned event. Like, they don't have like extra turnbuckles.
Right. And these guys come out.
These guys come in.
Tear it up.
They ate the frickin' ring. Like, they'd have trucked that thing in from Columbus or whatever. Now this guy's eating it.
Yeah, that's know what you're getting into.
Yeah, and I mean, an amazing career. As I said, I mean, he held the title, again, MSG sold out at Madison Square Garden almost 200 times.
That's ridiculous.
He did color commentary for the WWF, which now we know is the WWE. He had some one-offs against, like, Macho Man Randy Savage, Roddy Piper, all that kind of stuff. And even Arnold Schwarzenegger said he was a hero in every stage of his life.
I believe that.
Yeah.
I mean, the Pittsburgh Steelers released a statement when he passed, like, man, this sucks. Because he'd been a part of that kind of, like, he just was there.
Who's a bigger legend in, like, Pittsburgh? Like him or, like, those, like, 70s dominant, like, Pittsburgh Steelers, like Bradshaw?
Steelers. I got to think Steelers,
probably.
Man.
I would say Bradshaw. It's got to be Bradshaw. I think he's...
Mean Joe Green.
Clemente, if he's alive, but he's not alive. So I'd say Mario Lemieux on that one. Bradshaw. And I guess... Oh, God. There's no baseball. There's no baseball representation. They don't care.
Yeah, Willie Scarzo for a while.
But he's gone, yeah.
Yeah. Pittsburgh. That's probably more. The most famous thing is still going to be the damn sandwich.
Yeah, probably.
Pimani Brothers.
Gotta go to Pimani Brothers. Let's see. Kanye West. First of all, I don't know about you guys. Is everybody else relieved he's back on Twitter?
Just giving life advice.
I didn't know why I felt better this morning.
Well, he's a Western philosopher. Some people are saying that he's writing a book right now on Twitter.
Get out of here.
Yeah, man.
Deep.
Check it out.
Deep.
Most
Deep,
people,
easy.
in their own way, are philosophers.
Who do you think? What kind of TV show, game show, do you think Mr. West would enjoy? Mr. West.
A game show for Kanye West. The only thing I can think of would be Name That Tune.
That'd be a good one.
He likes Family Feud.
I can believe that.
Yeah. Apparently, he's a big fan of the show. That seems like one of those things, too. Because, like, you're Kanye West, right? So, like, you're a public figure and you make music. From what I could tell, most musicians record stuff in the evening time.
Oh,
Did he play the feud?
He played the feud.
Get outta
Steve Harvey
here.
was on.
That'd be awesome.
He was on with I want to say with Ellen recently, and he talked about it. And he talks about what a big fan Kanye West was of Celebrity Family Feud.
Kanye was the best Family Feud celebrity panelist we've ever had on the show. He loves the show.
Yes.
His people said, Steve, this is the most Kanye has ever smiled since we've been working. Kanye smiled. When I introduced him, he smiled. When I talked to him at the panel, just tune in and you'll see Kanye smiling.
Yeah.
He's happy. He was very happy with that.
He does not smile a lot.
No.
Yeah.
Kim didn't know nothing.
No, really? No?
Didn't know nothing.
And they still said, good answer, good answer?
Yeah, well, their family's a little bit different. When you don't give a good answer, they go, what did you say? So it was like you were going, okay, you're supposed to say good answer. No, them Kardashians, it's the best episode.
In about a month or so, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
We're going to get the highest ratings we've ever had.
Oh, you sure will.
It seems like Steve Harvey threw that out real quick. Ellen didn't even ask about Kim Kardashian.
Oh, no, yeah, he did.
And he's just like, yeah, she's dumb.
Tune in to see how dumb Kim is.
Yeah. Which
Don't need
also,
to.
like, I just
Is
seems...
Kim on Kanye's side or the Kardashians playing the West family?
No, it's funny you bring that up. They basically, I think it was originally supposed to be like just some of the Kardashians or whatever, but Kanye wanted it in. So then he took like Kim, and then I guess he's got like some family members from his actual family that are on his side.
All right.
And then I think the other one is like the
Strictly Jenner Kardashian?
Yeah, good call. I think a couple of the Jenners are on there.
All right.
Basically, think of it like Kanye versus the Coachella crowd.
Okay.
You know what that tells me? I do not want to see that episode.
Yeah.
It's like TMZ.
Yeah,
Basically.
100%.
Yeah, all right.
Well, you know what's funny? I have a buddy who didn't know anything about the Kardashians until around Christmas, and I broke it down for him. All the different people and characters and this and that. And he's like, man, he goes, it's amazing how much, like, and I hate to say this, but I'm sorry. I don't know what I'd describe exactly what it is they do, but they're good at it. Like, they stay
relevant in the TMZ
like,
world.
Whatever's going on, right? Like this whole thing with Khloe Kardashian and Tristan Thompson cheating on her. I am not 100. Like I would not be shocked if the mom, Kris Jenner, they knew all this and it's just for the show.
Oh, and doubt she's a horrible person, in my estimation.
Could be.
Yeah.
I mean, mom.
Oh, Kim.
Scumbag, dude.
Yeah.
I just assume that if you're a young guy who's a millionaire and you play NBA basketball and you go to towns every night and you're not married, you're probably having sex with as many people as you can.
Specifically a Kardashian. That seems to be where you go.
Right, wherever.
Yeah. Well, that's the other thing, too, though. For a guy like Tristan Thompson, right? I mean, he's a good NBA player, but it's not like he's LeBron James or a Victor Oladipo.
We all know the Kardashians are sleeping with good NBA players.
Well, LeVar Odom in his day.
Oh,
was
yeah.
pretty
Well,
good.
yeah,
I'm
he
just
was a good
saying,
six-man. Sure.
When you hook up with a Kardashian, I mean, that takes you, crosses you over to that next level of stuff. That's why a lot of the wrestling fans, I think, when you talk about Nikki Bella and John Cena, like, was that done by the WWE? Because she was already on Total Bella, or Total, yeah, was it Total Bellas? Total Divas was the show they were on, right?
Bellas.
So, well, I think the Bellas ended up having their own show. I mean, goddamn, if it's on E! Entertainment, it splits off into another show.
Okay.
And then splits off into another show.
Of course.
And then it's like, we've got the I don't know, the new organism with the last name Kardashian, and it's going to have its own show. So, I mean, I think some of these athletes do hook up with some of these
organism.
Some of these pop culture women so that they can kind of cross over, because there's people that'll watch the shows.
Man's got to climb up.
Yeah. Well, there's people now that know Tristan Thompson's name that don't know the NBA.
I had no idea who the hell he was. I didn't even know she was pregnant. Then I saw the videos like, this guy cheated on Chloe. And I'm like, who's this? And I'm like, I follow the NBA. And I wasn't even sure I knew who that guy was.
Yeah, like I'm not sure I've ever heard of Black Giant.
I think he averages like 5 points a game, which means, I don't watch all the games, but I didn't really recognize him.
You're not watching it when he's
the fame he's gotten, he owes her a thank you.
Right.
Totally. Speaking of thank you, I always like to thank you. Notes from Jimmy Fallon.
What a segue.
Thank you, college acceptance letters, for being the nicest way to ask someone if they'd like to be in debt for 20 years. I just paid off my loan. Thank you, person in front of me in the airport security line, for apparently never having been to an airport in your life. Take my belt off? This is outrage. This is outrage. Take my shoes off. Thank you, TurboTax, for letting me pay money to receive the money taken out of my money. Thank you, Red Sox and Yankees, for getting in a giant fist fight this week. You guys know you have baseball bats, right? Hold the bat. Come on, man. Thank you, tambourines, for giving the least talented person in the band the loudest thing to play.
That is a solid point.
Thank you, sunglasses and pizza, for being the only two things still sold in huts.
Come on. Call a truism.
Thank you, Glad Bags, for having a super positive attitude despite being filled with trash.
Those are my thank you notes.
When you think of Colombia, the country, what do you think of?
Cocaine.
Yeah, cocaine.
I was going to say beautiful women.
Oh, well, that too. I'm sure they have that as well. Yeah.
To me, that was a given.
Hey, whatever you're
bad.
into, man. Whatever you're into.
I mean, to me, Colombia, the country, cocaine.
Yeah, whatever.
Instant.
I'm going soon.
Okay. Oh, you are? For the cocaine?
Right. You know me.
All right.
No, I just have a friend that lives in Bogota.
Oh, yeah.
And you got to say it like that. I don't know why.
Bogota.
But right, Sofia Vergara. Mm-hmm. She is Colombian. She is beautiful, right?
Yes, she is.
Now, what kind of underwear do you think she wears?
Thong.
Of course she wears a thong.
Right.
Because it's just...
Does this have something to do with anything, or are you really...
This is what I'm imagining.
Are you just
Or is
going
this
down
true?
this road? Because I'm cool either way.
Yeah.
I'm just wondering, like, is this a
there'll be cocaine
segue,
still,
or are
right.
we
It's
just...
been a long couple months.
We'll still get the
Today
cocaine.
we talk about Sofia Vergara.
We've covered panties. We've covered cocaine. Beautiful women. What's next?
It's all Colombia has to offer you.
Okay. They should put that on the tourist board.
Right?
Cocaine and thongs.
So, all right, so she has her own line of underwear. All
Who
right.
does? Sofia Vergara?
Yes.
Oh.
So Julie Bowen. Thank you. Julie Bowen, who's also on Modern Family with her, apparently doesn't dress as sexy as when Vergara does. So I guess she was showing off a pair of her granny panties on the set, right? And Sofia Vergara kind of got upset, I like her quote here: "Please dress like a woman. Why do you dress like a boy? Disgusting."
Whoa.
Yeah. Well, remember, she's from Colombia, man.
Oh, yeah. Everyone is beautiful.
Why do you dress like a boy?
Right? Can you imagine that? Please, dress like a woman. Why do you dress like a boy?
Well,
disgusting.
Look at her. I mean, she could just roll out in anything and still look good.
Well, it's not like Julie Bowen is unattractive.
Oh, I don't know.
That is correct.
Yeah.
So what Sophia did, right, her line of underwear is called eBay. E-B-Y.
Oh,
Ebby?
Ebby?
Ebby. It's eBay.
I think you get that in sushi,
It has been
too.
used.
Ebby tempura.
I try on each pair of underwear myself.
Raw fish.
She basically started sneaking thongs into Julie's dressing room.
I'm not sure raw fish is the right name for anything that should be involved with underwear, but
No.
you know,
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
So she starts sneaking these thongs in, right? Julie thinks that the wardrobe department are just leaving her thongs because if you wear a skirt, you're supposed to wear a thong with them. She did not realize it's Sophia's underwear line. Underwear line.
She was bringing them in for. Yes, that's what you wanted to say.
Yeah, and then Sofia Vergara, who for some reason can't not somehow insult Julie every time she brings it up, said she needed someone with a really tiny butt to try the small size and tell her how it fit. Apparently it worked because Julie said she wears them now under her skirts.
What is this, like a Biden thing? Like,
right?
Yeah, right.
You got a skinny ass.
Right. How do I insult you by hooking you up with free stuff?
Yes, right. I needed someone with no ass to try on my underwear to make sure they fit.
Thank you, Tim. We appreciate it. There you go. The TV Time with 10. All right, headlines on the way with Mike here in a few minutes. You are listening to the Men's Room Radio Network.
The Men's Room returns with Miles and Thrill. Now, let's see what's happening in the real world.
All right, here we go. Lean Cuisine introduces food individually made for your personal DNA. Meanwhile, Pennsylvania authorities say that more explosives were stolen than they originally thought. So go about it and enjoy your day. Officials looking for Florida man spraying turtles with red paint. If you're on a roundabout in Norway, your nether regions cannot acquaint. And a naked burglar is found in a bathtub eating Cheetos. It is time for your headlines.
Now, it's time to hit the headlines. Here's Mike Hawk.
All right, our top story in Pennsylvania. Authorities were forced to conduct a full inventory check of explosives that were stored at a work site and found that a ton were stolen.
Get out of time.
704 pounds of explosives were reported stolen from the site. They're now offering a reward for information leading to the stash.
That's not going to end well.
No, it's a pipeline work site is where all those explosives were coming from.
Okay.
So keep on the lookout for that, kids.
Hopefully it's just the guys, you're like, let's watch and see what happens on their own personal property.
You hope.
Yeah, you hope it's that guy.
They also stole a bunch of blast caps, 400 blasting caps.
Probably not.
A lot of that stuff is for construction, believe it or not, when they're blasting mountains and doing highway work and all that.
No, I get that. The people that stole it, possibly.
Oh, yeah, let's just hope that it's like we're going to have a fun 4th of July here in the cabins in the woods.
Right. Or we're going fishing.
Yeah.
Around the world, South Korea South Korea is now offering to put tulips on your corn dog.
Hey, now.
To celebrate the Tulip Festival in the country, they're making corn dogs even more festive by printing little tulips in the breading of the corn dog.
Gotta be honest, man. Didn't know corn dog stretched outside these here borders of the United States of America.
Yeah, you know what? I'm with you on that one.
Once you offer the tulips on the corn dog, I think it's accepted
I'll go
everywhere.
one further. Just in general, corn. Had no idea.
Which country?
Any other than ours. I mean, corn? Really? You ever heard of any other country that's like big into corn?
No.
Like as far as the food,
it's kind of our side.
Yeah, it really is our thing, isn't it?
I mean, you get the baby corn in Asia, but
right. But but no other culture seems to do anything with corn.
I mean, it's native to here, man. That was the big thing, right?
Yeah, maize.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess if you don't know what it is, it might be kind of strange.
True enough. In Norway,
what are you thinking?
I'm still confused. Which country's doing this?
It's South Korea, man.
South Korea.
They have a corn dog. I just didn't even know that any other country used
South
corn
Korea
products.
has a huge American influence.
Okay.
No, it's very true, man. Right.
In Norway, Public Roads Administration has put out a statement as we approach prom season to help bring down the amount of vehicular fatalities during this period. The statement pleads with students to not have sexual intercourse on roundabouts.
Everywhere else is okay, right? But the roundabouts, please don't do it.
The straight areas are safer.
That's right. So that drivers will not get distracted and then obviously
How about
cause
pull over?
At least I like how they do it. And
Well-
here, it's like, we're not going to teach anything about sex education. We know you're going to get laid on your prom, but at least there, they're like, we know you're going to have sex. Can you not do it in this place?
Right.
We already understand what happens on prom night.
Now, the way I read that is that these guys are just getting it on, like, right in the middle of the roundabout.
Oh.
And so drivers are coming by, and they're seeing that there's two people engaging over there.
Yeah.
And then they get into a car accident, and
Well,
someone
sure.
dies because of it.
Well, it's distracting, Mike, when people are effing.
A little bit. That's what they're saying. Let's not.
Okay.
Also, don't run naked over bridges and stuff like that. There's rules. Follow the damn rules. In other news,
It's a roundabout, not a poundabout.
Oh, yeah.
We're going to Pinetine.
Spin me right round, baby.
Let's go down to Pinetine.
In other news, in Lake County, Florida, wildlife officials are on the lookout for those responsible for a gopher tortoise found spray-painted red with concrete on its limbs.
I think there's a few of those they found. It was started
Was
with
there?
one, and now now they're finding a bunch of them.
It's sad to see. It looks like they put the clay over the top of the tortoise, let it harden, and then spray painted it red. I mean, this thing is absolutely fully red.
Yeah, that's crazy.
They got into crevices.
What is wrong with people?
I don't know.
I mean, what is wrong with people?
Man, I'm almost to the point where I think spray paint should be banned.
Now,
I can't think like that stuff should be locked up like, I don't know, codeine.
Why? I use it all the time, man. I'm doing stuff around the house.
For art,
No. You just go.
Look, you can't do it because you have to lock up spoons because people freebase with it.
Right.
I mean, it's like, come on, man.
Yeah.
You gonna lock up the light bulbs?
No, I just see the same guy by my house every day. He's got this little mom and pop business, and he's out there at least 4 times a week with a roller, just taking off the graffiti off his place every single week. You know.
It's not the tool. It's the
But
people.
locking it up doesn't prevent crime. I mean, my God. I'd buy a spray paint, I can still graffiti. What are you going to do?
No, it's not.
Right. It doesn't do anything. It just takes more time for me to buy crap that I want to buy.
Right. Exactly.
And then I end up beating someone's ass who has spray paint. Seriously, because to me, if you make my life inconvenient, we have an issue.
Don't punish everyone for somebody else's bad decisions.
That's right.
But I will do that.
It's true.
It was taken to a rehab center by the two that found it, and police are looking for leads. We go to Louisiana, where a woman came home to where a woman came home to find an interesting sight in her bathroom. She opened the door to find a woman naked eating Cheetos in the bathtub.
That's pretty exciting, though.
Was she taking a bath?
Yeah, was there water in the bathtub?
Was it a dry tub?
When you say
believe-
naked, I mean, it's one thing to be naked, but I'm assuming you're taking a bath, you should be naked.
But if you're eating Cheetos, are you taking a bath?
I hope so. It sounds
a luxurious
It sounds
bath.
awesome. It really
Yes,
does.
the bathtub was full of water, and a plate of food along with half-eaten Cheetos belonging to the victim on the toilet next to the tub.
It sounds very relaxing, all things considered. I mean, and you can't get the dust right off your fingers.
I mean, that's the main advantage.
It really is. It's like you have a little...
All right. Don't even. That's every headline with that White Talk is out.
Thank you, sir. We appreciate it. We'll see you next time for the return of Ted versus the FCC. Bad jokes, and we will drink and toast with a shot of the day.
Yes, indeed, it is all true, but in the meantime, we be all about this bitch. So, until next time, please, do what you do best, and for Aletha's sake, stay beautiful.